guys, welcome to Classes of Breathe. Today we will study Merchant of Venice Act 1 Scene 1 Part 2. I have already made Part 1 of Act 1 Scene 1 and there I have discussed two questions and you can see that I have provided the link below in my description box. Okay, so let's start today's video. Celerino, my wind till burial. Okay, first question is, what would be the feelings of the speaker if he saw the wind cooling his broth? Answer, Celerio says that if his business ventures are in the sea, he would be anxious and his thoughts would travel to them at every point of time, as if he is cooling the hot soup with his breath. He would be worried about the powerful wind that may make the ship lose direction and would make him tremble in the same way as he is suffering from high fever trembles. The next question is, what is meant by sand hourglass? What would the speaker feel if he saw the hourglass? Answer, in ancient days, a glass full sand was to indicate the passing of time. The sight of the sand banks and shallow water, the danger of the ship getting stuck in the sand where the water is not sufficiently deep for a ship to sail over it smoothly. Then third is, give the meanings of. First is ague. Answer, fever that makes one tremble. Second is shallows and flats. Answer is shallow water and sandbanks. Third is wealthy and due. Answer is richly laden ships. Then fourth is, what is referred to as wealthy and due? Why is it so? Answer, wealthy and due means ship carrying expensive cargo. The richly laden ship might get stuck in sand. The ship might overturn with its top sails plucking low into the water and getting buried in the sand. Then fifth is, how does Antonio reply to his speech? Antonio says he is not worried about losing his money as his fortunes does not depend on one ship. He has many ships going in different directions, and even if something happens to one ship, other ships are there compensate for the loss. Fourth, Celerio, should I watch nothing? First question is, how would Celerio feels if he goes to a church? Answer, Celerio says that if he goes to church seeing the stone building, he would be reminded of the rocks in the sea which might touch sides of the gentle ships and make holes in them, and then all his rich spices, silks and other valuable material would be scattered in the ocean. Then second is, bring out the contents of the extract. Answer, in the opening scene we see Antonio in a sad state of mind. His friends Celerio and Celenio asked him for the reason behind his sadness. Antonio is unable to figure out his sadness, so the friends feel it may be because of the anxiety for his precious cargo tossing on the ocean. Celerio said that if he had been in Antonio's place, he would start getting frightened if he saw the church building. The stone edifice what reminded him of the rocks in the sea that might harm his ship, making the entire cargo float in sea. It is like owning so much in 1 minute and losing everything in the next moment. Then third question is, what is the holy edifice? What will be signified to it? What is the symbolic meaning of the comparison drawn? Then answer is, the holy edifice is the stone building of the church. It would reminded him of the dangerous rocks in the sea, which might immense damage to his imaginary ship. The symbolic meaning is that the life is so unpredictable, be build up expectation, but what happens the next minute is nobody's prediction. There is a many slip between the cup and lips. Then fourth is explain, but even how worth this and not to nerth nothing. Answer, just before an imaginary disaster, Celerio's imaginary ship Andrew would be worth a fortune, but after his wreckage, it would be nothing. All his rich merchandise would be washed away by the waves of the sea. The next question is fifth question is what would be the feelings of Selanio of his Argoses had been out in the sea? Answer. Selanio says that if his cargo is in the sea, then he will be every time anxious about his safety. He will be holding the grass to determine the direction of the wind and looking over the maps to study seaports and channel and every object that might suggest misfortune to his business scheme to depress him. Then sixth question is give meanings of. First question is a gentle vessel side. Answer. A gentle vessel is Antonio's precious ship. The speaker says that Antonio is worried thinking whether the rugged rocks in the sea will strike against the sleek sides of the ship. Second is enrob the roaring waters. Answer is cover the sea with rich cargo of the costly spices and silks. Fifth question. Scenario. Now. Why? Till be laughable. First question is explain the comparison drawn out with Janus. Answer. When Antonio says that the cause of the sadness is not the anxiety about his ships nor love, Celario swears by the Roman god, the two-headed Janus, who sports a smiling face and a sad face. It implies that there are two opposite kinds of men. Some always look out through half-closed eyes. They are always laughing without any reason, even at the sound of the bagpipers. Others have a sore expression that they will not open their lips to smile, even at a very pleasant. So, at a very pleasant. So, let's see next. Second, who is Nestor? Why he is mentioned here? Answer. Nestor was an old and wise Greek general who fought in the Trojan War. A joke had to be extremely funny to make him laugh. Here, he is mentioned to show that there are such people with so disposition that they will not laugh at any point of time. Then third is explain. First is laugh like parrots at a bagpipers. Answer. The music of bagpipers of considered woeful, which should bring on tears, not laughter. The parrot is a bird believed to be foolish and laughs at everything, even in a mournful time. B. Vinegar aspect. Answer. Sore expression. There are human beings who have such a gloomy aspect that they would show their teeth by smiling. Then fourth is what conclusion does Celario came with the sadness of Antonio? Answer. Celario says that Antonio is unhappy as he is not happy. Certain people are of such disposition that they are unhappy without any reason. Comment on the quoting remark of Celario. Answer. Celario says that he would have stayed longer with Antonio till he forgot his sadness and felt merry if worthier friends like Visanio did not came to visit him at that time. He is sure that there are better company and Antonio will enjoy with them. He and Selanio will meet Antonio at leisure when time permits, after their business is over. Sixth question. Graciano. Till there are two stanzas of Graciano. See in your book. I have mixed up that. So till dog back. Okay. First question. What observation Graciano made regarding Antonio? Is he correct in observation? Answer. Graciano had remarked that Antonio did not see well. He felt that Antonio was too concerned with the worldly affairs. He advises him that people use everything whom they worry over their business. According to him, Antonio has changed a lot. He is not correct as far as the reason for Antonio's sadness is concerned. Antonio is suffering from a melancholic, but not because of anxiety over his business. So, second question is, to what comment made by Antonio does Graciano give this reply? Who else are there with Graciano at this moment? Answer. Antonio replied to Graciano's words by saying that he gives as much as importance to worldly affairs as required. According to him, the world is a stage where every man has to play a role. It is his role is a sad one. It is to his comment Graciano made this reply. Bassanio and Lorenzo are with him. So third is, what does the speaker refer to do? What does it despises about his character? The speaker prefers to have wrinkles with laughter on. He wants to be many and plays as rather as a victim or sadness. This shows that Graciano has a positive approach to. He sees the brighter side of things and does not worry too much about worldly affairs. The fourth question is, give meaning and let my lives groan. Answer. Graciano says that he would not mind to drink wine if his liver is damaged. He does not want to starve his heart with being worried about death. In other words, he believes in enjoying life rather than wallow in trivials matters. Fifth, explain Grandshire cut in alabaster and creep into the jaundice prey. Answer. Graciano believes that a man with warm blood flowing through him should not sit like an expressionless and motionless statue of his grandfather. He should not weaken his heart by groaning, neither he should be sleepy waking hours and behave in an irritated manner as though he is suffering from jaundice. Sixth is, what the Elizabethan believe about jaundice. Answer. Elizabethan believed that the jaundice was caused by feeling of anxiety, jealousy, and bad temper. They believed there is a close connection between the mind and body. So, seventh question is, there are dog battle dog back. To whom these words are addressed to? These words are being addressed to Antonio. Okay. So some questions and answer I will tell you now, which are related to this sixth question only. So listen. First is, what sort are described here? Okay. Question. And who did they look? Answer. When who refused to smile, who sport an expressionless face and described their face looked like the motionless motors of the lakes whose surface is covered with some. Okay. So third is, explain to crimp and mental like a standing pool. Answer is, still what does in a pool or lake are covered with some preventing any movement. In the same way, some people wear artificial layer of expression or seriousness to earn a reputation of wisdom. So third is, according to the speaker, why do some people put on solemnity? According to Graciano, some people put on an air of solemnity to show that they are wise and nature. They put on an air of Sir Oracle who speaks only wisdom. Actually, it is to escape from being branded fools. Okay. So this much only for today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe it. I will try to make more videos on Merchant of Venice with explanation. So please subscribe so that you can get notifications of my new videos. Thank you for watching my video.